More and more businesses are going to start to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Governments are going to continue to make their regulations that are going to lift up or push away cryptos and blockchain from their particular jurisdictions. And a Bitcoin ETF could be the stimulus that the cryptocurrency industry is looking for the world to see Bitcoin reach Main Street adoption. All this and more, let's discuss. Hey everybody, I'm Gary Palmer Jr., you're you, and together we are Minting Coins, your trusted source for crypto news, interviews, and ICO reviews. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being part of the show. We have a quick show to give you some of the latest news and happenings that's going on today, and also to give you an update on a very special live interview that we're going to be doing later today. Later today, we have Larry Sharpe, who is the Libertarian candidate running for governor of New York State. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and how the crypto world and open blockchain technology is going to be governed as he sees in the future for New York State. So that's going to be a very exciting interview. I hope you can come around to check that out. If you have any questions that you think I should ask ahead of time for Larry Sharpe, then leave those in the comments box below, and hopefully we'll have time to take a peek at those before he comes in later today. And we hope to be going live around 7:30. Hopefully there's no technical hiccups. Otherwise, we'll get that show posted for you as soon as possible. In today's show, I just wanted to talk about some of the latest news and happenings that's going on in the Bitcoin space and the blockchain industry. And so without further ado, let's take a peek at the market, take a peek at the news, and let's discuss. So taking a peek at Bitcoin and the crypto industry, the total market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies is $274 billion, and the market cap for Bitcoin alone is $115 billion, just 0.1 trillion, as we discussed yesterday. The price per Bitcoin is $6,700, and we could see this number get tested. We could see this number go down. We could see this number go up. We could see this number stay the same. One of those three things is definitely going to happen. But just to give you an idea of what to expect and things to come, we have this one example coming out of the news today. We have British BMW dealer who's accepting Bitcoin payments, and they're doing it through BitPay. So right now they're doing it through BitPay, and BitPay is an intermediary that allows merchants to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, but it settles in cash, USD or British pounds in their case, and not in Bitcoin. We're going to see other technologies like BTC Pay Server come around and allow these BMW dealers to accept Bitcoin directly, to do it in a decentralized manner, to do it via their own node, to verify their own transactions. But first of all, more and more businesses are going to start to accept Bitcoin. You're going to see that. We talked about this yesterday. Cryptocurrency ownership is going to double, according to that ING study that was coming out. Their study said double. We're saying at least double. More and more people are going to own that Bitcoin. More and more businesses are going to want people to spend that Bitcoin with them. So here's that tweet over here. Stephen James, BMW, is now accepting Bitcoin for the purchase of your new BMW. Contact us today to find out more on how you can use Bitcoin to walk away with your brand new vehicle. This is going to happen more and more. Right now we're hearing about this every day because there's only so many of these folks coming out every day. But when websites started coming out, every time a new website came out, it was all over the news. Now we live in a world where there's thousands or tens of thousands of websites that are generated every single day, and not everyone talks about every single one of them because it's so prevalent. In other aspects of the news, we see Walmart, and they have this latest patent coming out of their corporation that's going to be a blockchain-based delivery management system. This is actually really interesting. It's going to be a blockchain reservation system that's going to be similar to like a locker system, where the lockers are occupied or not occupied, and information can be put in that locker and then can be assigned to somebody, and then you would, cryptographically need that key to get that information from, that location or that docking station. More and more businesses are going to accept Bitcoin. More and more businesses are going to start adopting this blockchain technology and then creating more use cases for the said businesses to take advantage of. And then this is happening at the same time that countries around the world, governments around the world, regulators around the world are creating rules, restrictions, or playing kingmaker in terms of which exchanges can exist and which may operate. We have Coinbase, the largest exchange in the United States of America. Coinbase is seeking to turn themselves into a crypto bank, right? They're already a crypto exchange. They want to be a bank. They want to merge those two worlds together and put themselves in a great position. In the Philippines, in the Philippine Central Bank, they've approved 2 new cryptocurrency exchanges, and this is going to create more of a crypto boom in the Philippines. This is going to give more people access to crypto in the Philippines, and by default, because that crypto is entering those countries' jurisdictions, those parts of the world are going to have more adoption of this technology, more use of these tokens, and they're going to be able to get a lot further than other countries, say like India, which is continuing to push cryptocurrency regulation out of their nation into other nations where that wealth and that technology is moving into. The same sort of situation is happening here in the United States, in New York State. As a lot of people are well aware of, we have a situation where practically every state, with the exception of some issues in Hawaii and New York, that is accepting Bitcoin and cryptocurrency allows these businesses to flourish. But in New York State, many, many businesses have been pushed out, have been pushed away, and we're excited to be talking to Larry Sharp in the next video coming out later today. And so what all this means with the businesses accepting Bitcoin, with the corporations, creating the technology and laying down the infrastructure on a private level, and interlaced with the open blockchain as well. And then the regulations, we get this one study from the Imperial College Research that says Bitcoin could go mainstream within 10 years, if not less. By the time 10 years comes around, we're going to have 2 Bitcoin halvings, and there's only going to be about 3 Bitcoins being generated every 10 minutes. It's going to be an interesting time for sure. And so what these professors, these Nobel laureates are saying about Bitcoin and blockchain adoption and Bitcoin adoption is that cryptocurrencies are already acting as a store of value, just like the fiat currencies. Just the fiat currencies haven't been tested against Bitcoin in the time when Bitcoin has existed, right? Because the last time fiat currencies were tested, that was 2008. Bitcoin, the first blockchain technology, didn't exist live and running until 2009. And so these decentralized technologies, according to these researchers, have the potential to upend everything we thought we knew about the nature of financial systems and financial assets. And because of this is why they're saying that Bitcoin could reach mainstream adoption within 10 years or less. And what is the one single thing that everyone's talking about that a lot of people are saying could facilitate this bump? People have been very excited about this since over a year and a half ago in the beginning of 2017, when everyone has been shooting to gain this holy grail, as they call it, this Bitcoin ETF, this real ETF that anybody can really put their 401k into, and it's going to allow tons of institutional money and lots of investor capital to go from Main Street and Wall Street into Crypto Street. It's going to be very, very exciting. So on June 26th, the SEC received an application from the CBOE Global Markets. They're looking to get this Bitcoin ETF up and running. They want to be the very first one to do it. And this is after the CBOE was the first to create the Bitcoin futures situation. And so they're saying that we might get noticed sooner rather than later, hopefully in the next 2 months. Otherwise, this Bitcoin ETF could get pushed deeper into 2018 or even 2019. But we have to, think about the fact that the CBOE has tenaciously pursued this approval for a Bitcoin ETF. They have a lot of clout and influence in the industry. Even JP Morgan acknowledged in February that a Bitcoin-based ETF would be the holy grail for owners and investors. Europe is also making huge strides toward launching their own cryptocurrency ETFs because, of course, everybody wants to get ahead of the game. Of course, everybody wants that institutional capital to flow in through their corporation's ETF first, where everyday people and anyone who has access to the internet can take advantage of this effect before there's an ETF and can take the risk into owning even a piece of Bitcoin right now. So If the CBOE gets their wish, then the Bitcoin ETF is going to be open to client investment as soon as the first quarter of 2019, which is just less than 3 quarters away at this point. We have Q3, Q4, and then there'll be Q1 2019. We are right around the corner. Let me know what you think about that, about BMW locations and more locations around the world accepting Bitcoin, more corporations creating these Bitcoin patents that are going to allow them to own aspects of the infrastructure, laying it out for their other corporation friends, really increasing the reason for people to own these digital tokens and parts of these networks. It's going to be really interesting to see how they develop and how the private networks are going to compete with the open networks, just like it was interesting to watch and see how open source technology like Mozilla Firefox was able to compete against Internet Explorer. There was a huge difference there, and there's a huge difference between the open internet and what happened with AOL. So continue learning, continue paying attention to what is happening in the space. Share your thoughts in the comments box below. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that bell icon notification, since everyone out there in centralized land is doing what they can to suppress good information, to put down good news, and we are here fighting the good fight, providing you with free information and bringing you incredible interviews like the one that we'll be bringing you later today. So thanks for sticking up, showing up, and being around. Until next time, I'm glad that together we are minting coins.